Leah looks up from the lunch table as Elliot and Fred stand. No, honestly, it's fine. I don't mind waiting for Fred. Hydroa's here after all. Fred smiles, but Elliot looks concerned. Are you sure? These meetings between Fred, Riley, and Kayla might go on all day. Leah nods. Yeah, I'm sure. She looks at him. Fred, good luck, okay? Fred smiles wider, and eventually they both walk out of the canteen, leaving Leah alone with her half-eaten lunch and her own thoughts, which eat away at her. Does she tell him about Riley and risk ruining the switch? Or does she tell him and warn him against something he's probably not prepared for? She prods at the asparagus on her plate, deeply lost in the dilemma. However, her attention is stolen as Kayla, the girl she recognizes from Fred's matching files, walks into the canteen looking a little lost. She watches Kayla for a little while as she selects a tray of food, then sits down alone. Leah stands, gathers her food tray, and walks over. Standing at the end of the lunch bench, Leah clears her throat. Hello. Can I sit with you? Kayla glances up and forces a smile. Sure, just, don't expect me to be very talkative. I've got a lot on my mind. Leah sits opposite. Are you worried about something? She asks with probing curiosity. Do you work here? Kayla asks cautiously. No, Leah gently laughs. My best friend is waiting with his matches, and I'm just waiting for him. Oh, Kayla softly smiles before looking down. For a moment, I thought you might be a little like me. You know, looking to become a man. Nah, Leah replies cheerfully. But I am curious, Kayla. What is it you're worried about? Surely you should be happy that you're here, in this place where that might just come true. There's a silence as Kayla looks up from her food to give Leah a worried look. How do you know my name? Leah says with an awkward laugh. My friend's name is Fred. Sorry, I should have mentioned it. I know you're one of his matches. Leah laughs again, but nervously reaches out her hand for a shake. I'm Leah. I'm Fred's best friend. Best friend? Kayla's face drops, and she's instantly nervous. Should I be meeting you during this process? I don't even know if Fred's going to agree to us trading lives. Leah checks whether anyone is listening as she leans across the table. I don't know if we should be meeting, but I have to ask. Are you worried he won't select you because of the age difference? Kayla looks a little distraught. It's not just that. But has he said it's a problem? She bites her lip and sighs. He told you that it is, didn't he? Her head drops. Shit, I thought I might be getting closer to my dream, but it's never going to happen, is it? Why would he choose me? I'm old and crumbly. Kayla clutches at her face with both hands. And now I'm stuck with this stupid woman's body forever because I waited so long to admit the truth about myself. Why would anyone want to be me? Kayla's voice cracks with emotion as she continues to cover her face. I shouldn't have come here. I'm just setting myself up for huge disappointment. But all I can think about is being Fred and being a man and just being able to enjoy my body for once. Hey now. Leah reaches out to comfort Kayla. You're jumping to conclusions. I haven't spoken to Fred about you. Leah pulls a sour face. That Elliot guy won't let me get a word in edgeways. Kayla lowers her hands from her face, and Leah sees the tears dribbling down her cheek. You know, Leah gives her a comforting smile. You, just now, sounded a lot like my Fred. He's been worried that no one would want his body too. Getting all upset that he's not like a typical manly man, you know? Kayla sniffs back. I did? Yep. Leah nods and smiles wide. I can see why you've matched with Fred. You kind of remind me of him. So, Fred's just as worried about not being selected? Kayla wipes away the tears at the corners of her eyes and leans forward with interest. I'd trade places with him in a heartbeat, Leah. His body is how I see myself as a man. I'm not an alpha male. I'm gonna be gay as a man, so I want to be petite for my future boyfriend. Kayla's eyes burst wide open and she gasps, covering her mouth. Sorry, I shouldn't share such things. Forget I said that, please. Kayla's face then drops as she looks away. Shit, I'm really ruining this, aren't I? No. Leah dismisses it with a wave of one hand. If we're both sharing right now, sexuality is how I found out about his gender issues. Seriously? Yeah, so, Leah touches her lip in thought. Was about a year ago now, I guess. I was staying at his house and accidentally stumbled across some stuff he was looking at online. Leah's face goes a little red. Some rather spicy stuff. So I asked him if he's gay, and eventually, after a long heart-to-heart, he told me that he's a girl trapped in a boy's body, and that's why he fantasizes about men. I was 100% ready to support his homosexuality, Kayla, Leah clarifies with a smile, and I'd support you with it if you both end up switching. Seriously? Kayla's eyes start misting up. Totally! Leah leans in once more, checking no one is listening. So, hey, I want to help. Is that allowed? Don't know, Leah answers honestly. But yeah, I want to. Listen, Fred hasn't told me as such, but I do wonder if making you seem a little less, Leah points at Kayla and rolls her eyes. A little less librarian and a little more cutie, that might help. I know the sort of clothes Fred likes to cross-dress in, and fortunately for you, we can do something about your look right now. Librarian? Kayla pulls at her cardigan. Ugh, man. She pouts hard. I knew I should have worn a dress or something. I just don't like wearing dresses, and I totally didn't think I'm supposed to be like upselling my life. Trade outfits with me, Leah states outright. What? Kayla looks around the canteen, scared someone might be listening, before she leans in and whispers. Really? Like, really? Yes, I'm very serious. I need Fred to choose you. You need him to choose me? Kayla looks worried. Why? Leah glances away, caught red-handed. Leah then smiles, tapping on the table with her fingernail before looking Kayla in the eyes. Because, now that I've spoken to you, I would like to continue being your friend when you become Fred. Yep, that's why. Leah nods a few times before looking Kayla up and down. We're about the same height. This should work. There's a bathroom just outside the canteen. I think this might give you the upper hand. Won't they notice I've suddenly changed outfit? Kayla asked, looking around nervously before leaning in to speak quietly. That Elliot guy seems like a bit of a stickler for the rules. I don't want to be disqualified or something. Nah, that won't happen. Leah stands and points with a big cheeky smile on her face. If anyone asks, just tell them you spilled ketchup down your top at lunch yeah. Leah stops talking and fiddles nervously with the hem of her skirt as Kayla just sits there, staring up from the lunch table. Come on, Kayla. Leah points toward the toilets before letting out a sigh. Please. Honestly, I'm just trying to help you. Okay. Kayla stands, looking determined, her fists clenched. I trust you. Thank you for this. I can already tell we're going to be great friends. Spurred by Leah's excitement, the two women make their way into the bathroom, behaving suspiciously as they wait for people to pass so no one sees them enter together. Once inside the public toilet, Leah checks each stall to make sure they are alone, having learned this lesson earlier during her awkward encounter with Riley. Satisfied, she steps into a stall and locks the door. Kayla, she says, I'll pass my dress over the side, and you pass over your clothes to me. Kayla holds herself nervously, glancing sheepishly at the door as if they might get in trouble, then quickly slips into the stall next to Leah and locks it. Incoming! Leah throws over her denim jacket, and it rests on the divide between the two stalls. Okay. Kayla fumbles with her cardigan as her nerves begin to make her hands shake a little. Eventually, they've both undressed and are starting to put on each other's clothes. How are you getting on? Leah asks, buttoning up Kayla's jeans, only to find them a little loose. Fine, Kayla replies unconvincingly. Are you sure? Leah throws on Kayla's top, which is a size too big, making it look rather baggy and bunching up a little as she puts on Kayla's cardigan. Yeah. Leah can hear her struggling as she tucks in her new top into her new jeans and exits the stall to check her reflection in the sink mirrors. It's just a little tight around the shoulders. Want some help? Leah asks, fussing with her hairdo. Maybe. Kayla groans from within the stall. I hate women's clothes. Why do they put the zip on the back? Leah stands at the closed door, listening to her struggle. Open up and I'll zip you in. The stall door creaks open, and a flustered, embarrassed Kayla greets Leah with an awkward smile. She is wearing the dress, but it hangs loose, unzipped, slipping from her shoulders. Not much of a woman, am I? She murmurs, lowering her gaze in shame. Considering you're a boy on the inside, Leah replies frankly, I'd say you're not doing too badly. Yeah? Kayla's expression brightens as Leah tells her to turn around. Seconds later, with a bit of effort, Leah zips up the dress and reaches for her denim jacket hanging from the hook on the back of the door. Here, she smiles wide, passing the jacket over. Thanks. Kayla puts on the jacket, and the two of them stand in front of the bathroom mirrors, checking their reflections. Embarrassed, Kayla can barely meet her own gaze. You okay? Leah asks, noticing how awkward she's become. Yeah, Kayla frowns, but forces a smile. I haven't worn a dress in years. I just feel a little self-conscious about it. I understand. Just remember it's to impress Fred. Then, soon, you'll be a boy for real, and he'll be a girl for real, and you'll both be happier. Yeah. Kayla forces herself to look at her own reflection. Thanks, Leah. I've been a woman this far into my life and survived. It's just this last hurdle. That's the spirit! I can see why Fred is friends with you. I wish I had a friend like you when I was younger. Then maybe I would have felt more confident coming out. Kayla's face scrunches up, and she instantly fans her eyes. I feel so stupid sometimes when I think back. I'm the biggest coward, running from who they really are. A coward? Uh-huh. Kayla wipes at her eyes as she nods in agreement. Wow. Leah comforts her with a hand on her side. You and Fred are so alike, honestly. He said the same thing to me. Yeah? Yes. Now let's get back to the canteen. Fred's meeting with Riley must be coming to an end soon, and it's your time to wow him, yeah? Kayla nods a few times in agreement, sniffing back any tears that might have been forming. Good. Leah takes her hand from Kayla's side. I'll go out first, and you give it a few minutes before coming out so we don't arouse suspicions. Okay. Awesome, Leah grins. This is going to work, Kayla. I promise. Leah begins to chuckle playfully as she opens the bathroom door and glances back over her shoulder. As long as you aren't pregnant or something, Kayla, we've got this in the bag. Leah halts in the doorway, staring expectantly for a reply. Kayla is quick to pick up the expectation and swiftly answers, Oh, no, I'm not pregnant. Well then, it's in the bag. Leah leaves the room with a thumbs up. Kayla, however, is left silent, looking at the closed bathroom door. Her gaze drops to the short dress she's now wearing, and she clutches at it like she's in pain. That's because I can't get pregnant. The words slip out in a quiet murmur, her gaze fixed on the floor as the weight of what she has been holding in finally breaks through.
Thank you so very much for watching and making it all the way to the very end. If you've enjoyed the content, please consider supporting us on Patreon, where members get early access to all our content.